Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafiya wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ameen ya rabbal alameen. So here we are with our session number 93, and we will start with a quick review, inshallah. So let's see. Allahumma. What does it mean? Is it one word or two words, my dear sisters? Two words. So Allah and Mim Mushaddada. What is this Mim Mushaddada representing? What was this Mim Mushaddada substituting? Mim Mushaddada means Mim with Shadda, with this Shad sign on top of it. Mushaddada. Mim, Sheen, Dal, Dal, Tamarbuta, Mushaddada. The meme that is doubled up. Allahumma, Allahu, there was Allahu, one word, and then meme, right? When we were learning a little bit about our munada, the one being called, I told you that you will notice that Lafzul Jalala, which is the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahu, is always either preceded by Ya, it will be Ya Allah, or you will see this Mim Mushaddada. This Mim Mushaddada is actually replacing your Harf Nida Ya. You have noticed in Quran, we have gone over many verses where we see Rabbana, and we know that it is our munada, the one being called. We know we are calling our Rabb, but there is no Ya before it. And you are seeing an example here down, and the second thing from your review, where Rabbana anzil alayna. Here, do you notice any Ya? There is allowance of dropping of harf nida with Rabb. But when it comes to Lafzul Jalala either is preceded by harf nida Ya, or that harf nida Ya is going to come in the form of Mim Mushaddada. So if anyone asks you, what is this Mim Mushaddada doing here? You are going to tell them that this was replacing harf nida Ya. Is this clear, my dear sisters? So Mim Mushaddada is replacing, it is with an harf nida Ya. Okay, it is a substitute of harf nida Ya. Just like noon substitutes are tanween. Similarly, Mim Mushaddada substitutes are harf nida Ya, because Lafzul Jalala always comes with Ya, either Ya Allah, or you will have Allahumma. And this is, you see, there are few times when you will see Allahumma in Quran, and you will see Lafzul Jalala where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is being called upon, and there it is written in this form. Okay? Allahumma. I hope this is clear. So this is, you are calling your Rabb. So what are we saying then after we call our Rabb? Then inni, what do you see here? Real quick. There is Jumla Ismiya, and there are two words. Inni is comprised of two words. It is inna plus what is attached with inna? Ya. And Ya is your pronoun. So what is this combination called? What is the grammar for this? Yes, either Lafzul Jalala will have Ya when you are calling Lafzul Jalala. Because why do you need harf nida? Harf nida is a harf that is used to call upon someone. Okay, whenever you are going to call upon someone, only then you will need harf nida, right? Otherwise, you don't need harf nida, right? But when Allah Lafzul Jalala is going to be called, either it's going to be Ya Allah, or it is going to be Allahumma. Is this clear? Okay. Now coming back to inni. Inni is made up of two words. Inna, what is inna? Is it a ism or a harf? My dear sisters, it's a harf. Idafa is a fragment that is made up of harf and an ism, or a two isms, or harf harf. Two isms, remember that. So idafa is a fragment made up of two isms. Inni is going to be nasb, harf nasb, wa ismuha. Cannot be idafa, never, ever. It cannot be an idafa. It is inna plus ya. Inna is harf nida, and ya mutakallim is the pronoun which is going to be ismu inna, and because ya, whichever word it attaches itself to, it makes it have a kasra. Remember? Therefore, inna becomes inni. Okay? So this is harf nasb wa ismuha. No, there is a noonul waqaya. You can sometimes see innani. In Quran, you will see innani. So that time you will have noonul waqaya. There is no yaul waqaya. Ya is actually something that attacks a word and makes it have a kasra. So noonul waqaya, when that shield of noon, when the shielding noon comes, it protects a word from getting a kasra. So when I pronounce innani, do I see noon with kasra or a fatha? What do you think? Is it with a zabar or a zair? With a fatha, right? So when noon comes, inna is protected. Okay, it remains inna. But when there is no noonul waqaya, which is a protecting noon, your word becomes inni. But inni is a combination of inna plus ya mutakallim, first person singular pronoun, and ya is, what's the status of ya here? Ya mutakallim, this pronoun. What's the status of this pronoun here? Nasbin status. Barakallahu feek. After you have found ismu inna, what is the next step? Khabru inna. Do you have one? You do have one khabru inna, and khabru inna here is jumla fi'liya a'udhu. So what is a pronoun in this fi'l a'udhu? Think about root letters, and then you will be able to figure out the tense of the pronoun. You know, if it is jumla fi'liya, is it fi'l madin or mudari? There is damir mustatir. Damir is mustatir, but there is a damir. And look at the root letters. A'udhu has a root letters ain, waw, zal. Isti'aza. 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 Okay? A'udhu. This ain, waw, zal are the root letters. So now tell me, yes, it is going to be mudare. This hamza is alamatul mudare. And the pronoun here, is going to be, when hamza is sign of mudare, the pronoun is not huwa. If it was ya'uzu, it's going to be huwa ya'uzu. Okay? But if it is a'uzu, it is going to be ana a'uzu. Right? If it was na'uzu, noon, then it will be nahnu na'uzu. It is ana a'uzu. Okay? And what is the status of mudare? I think you guys did not drink your coffees, teas, or whatever you do before your class today. Okay, zal has a dhamma, so it is mudare marfu bir bidamatul zahira, right? No worries, my dear sister. Okay, zal is carrying a dhamma, so it is marfu with dhammatul zahira. Okay, you can see the dhamma, it is marfu in status. Okay, bika. What is this? What is bika? Bika. 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 Very carefully look at everything, okay? Ba is harf jar, kaf is majroor, jar wal majroor, mutalik will fail, okay? This is jar wal majroor, mutalik will fail, my dear sisters. Min jari su. So what is happening here? Min jari. Jar wal majroor, mutalik will fail, and jari sui. What is jari sui? In idafa, okay? And this is an idafa. So, oh Allah, indeed I seek your refuge from an evil neighbor. Okay? So this is the khabar is A'udhu bika min jarisu. Okay? Then comes wa min zawjin. It is translated as Mausuf Sifa, but this is structurally jar is light, no alif lam, so it is going to be idafa. Okay, it's going to be idafa. Fi mahalli. What is fi mahalli now? This sentence is fi mahalli. My dear sister Aisha, what is fi mahalli? What's the status of this sentence? A'udhu bika min jarisu. Is it in the place of nasb, or is it in the place of, what is the khabar of inna? What's the status of khabar of inna? Khabar of inna is raf, so it is going to be fi mahalli raf'in. Okay, fi mahalli raf'in. Remember that. Okay, not nasb. Nasb is the ism of inna, and its khabar is raf'in status. So wa min zawjin. Wa min zawjin is again a jar wal majroor, and you see waw. What is the name for this waw? Atf, barakallahu fi. So what is ma'tuf alayhi for this min zawjin? Who is the ma'tuf for min zawjin? Very good job. Jari is the ma'tuf for min zawjin, right? Min jari is the ma'tuf alayhi for min zawjin. So now look at zawjin. Zawjin tushayyibuni qabla al-mashib. Tushayyibu. Tushayyibu. What is this? Tushayyibu. Jumla failure. What's the pronoun here? Mudare. Very well done. Very well done. Mudare. And what's the status? Raf bidammatu zahira. Then comes, it can be anta. It can be anta. What is another possibility? What is another possibility? Hiya. Hiya is another possibility. Okay. What is ni doing here? Maful bihi. Noon is nunul waqaya harf, that is protecting your fail from getting a kasra, and ya is attached pronoun, which is nasbin status. Does noon have any status? Real quick, because we are taking too long for. No, noon has no status. It is a harf, and it is going to be la mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. Then comes qabla al-mashib. Qabla al-mashib. What is that? This is an idafa. So this you are saying to shayyubni qabla al-mashib. So how will you connect qabla with whatever is before? It's a zarf. Barakallahu feek. So what are we going to label as zarf? If there is a zarf, you can call it mutalik bil fail. And which fail it is mutalik to? Is zawj a fail? Look at zawj. Is zawj a fail? Is it zawjin? No. Zawj is an ism, right? Tushayyibuni, right? Tushayyibuni is a fail. So qabla is mutalik bil tushayyibuni. Okay? Everyone, and is this clear, my dear sisters? Okay, now real quick, what are we seeing here? Zawjin tushayyibuni. Tushayyibuni means one who makes me older, or who makes me grow older in age than my real old age, then I grow older, sometimes how who make me age before aging. Yes, and that happens, and that's the truth of life. And our Quran and Sunnah is so complete, so mukammal, that it touches each and every aspect of our lives. It's not just how to pray, it's not how to fast, but how to live your life, how to, you know, what do we need? Our relationships, everything is encompassed by Quran and Sunnah, right? It encompasses everything. So now, can you, there is, can there be any way you can connect Zauj with the Tushayyubuni? Very well done. Communism followed by Jumla failure that has a pronoun that goes back to Zawj. It can be Mausuf Sifa. Barakallahu Feek. Azra, very well done. Very well done. Very proud of you. And please, whosoever, it is all about practice. Whosoever is going to take this seriously, they are going to retain these concepts. So now, you know, Tushayyibu is mudari marfu bidamatu zahira. And now this whole sentence, Tushayyibuni qabla al-mashib. What's the status? What's the status? Very well done. It is fi mahalli jarin. Very well done. Because Zawj was jar, it is jar. Isn't it describing Zawj? Yes or no? How many of you think that this is really a description for Zawj? That a man who makes me, or a woman who makes me grow older in age than my real old age. I'm 50, but I'm looking like 70. Now, you are asking protection from Allah. Wamin waladin. So what is the ma'tuf for this min waladin? This is at, waw is at, min waladin, ma'tuf alayhi. I need to know the ma'tuf alayhi. Ma'tuf alayhi is min jarin, barakallahu feek, my dear sister. Now look at what is coming after it. Yakunu. Kana yakunu. What is this? Because we were learning kana lately. It is fail mudare, it is fail naqis, barakallahu feek. So what are we looking after? After we have identified a fail, the next step is, if it is tam, you look for file. If it is naqis, you look for ismu, right? You look for the pronoun, right? So ismu kana, who is the ismu kana here? My dear sisters, waw will be ismu kana when it is after the third root letter. The root letters for kana is kaf, waw, noon. So if it was yakunu, then I will take yes for an answer, okay? I will say you are absolutely right, Elena. But now, waw is not my pronoun. That's a dual pronoun. Is not, or a ismu pronoun is not after the third root letter, right? So my pronoun here is huwa, yakunu. Right. Everyone with me? And this is damir mustatir huwa. Okay, so pronoun is damir mustatir huwa, which I am going to call ismu kana, because this is naqis here. Alayya. What is alayya? Alayya is ala plus ya mutakallim. Ala plus ya mutakallim jar wal majroor. So alayya, upon me. That's going to be, who's going to be upon me, against me. Alayya. Ala plus ya jar wal majroor mutalik bil khabar. Barakallahu feek. Rabban. What is Rabban? Khabar. Okay. So I am asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect me not only from an evil neighbor, but also from a husband who makes me grow older than my real old age, and also from a child or a son or a daughter who becomes a master over me, who is now taking control of me. Okay, Rabban, this khabru, kana is, you can translate it as master. Okay. Then comes Vamim Malin. Vamim Malin. So again, it's at, waw is at, Malin is going to be Min malin is matuf number 1, 2, 3, 4. Matuf number 4 for jari suin. Jari su, it's a matuf number 4. Then comes yakunu alayya azaban. Again, fail nakis, mudare, marfu, ismu kana, damir mustatir hua, alayya, jar wal majroor, mutalik bil khabar, azaban is going to be ism khabru kana, right? Khabru kana. Okay. And this sentence, can you connect this sentence with waladin? Can you connect yakunu alayya rabban with waladin? Mawsuf was sifa. What do I need to make sure that my sentence has for it to be sifa for waladin? So it's a commonism, yes, commonism followed by jumla ismiya here because kana is nakis. So, but one thing that sentence must have, pronoun. A pronoun must be there in jumla that goes back to commonism. And do I have one? Waladin, can I call that, it's a son? So huwa in yakunu goes back to waladin. Then comes mim malin, malin, again commonism, followed by yakunu alayya azaban is going to be complex mawsuf sifa, and the huwa, the main mustatir, is going back to mal. Is everyone with me so far? We all agree to whatever we are doing, or there is confusion, or okay, so this is that. Okay, so everyone with me. Wa min khalilim makirin. What is this? Wow, again, atf. Min khalilin is jar wal majroor. Min khalilin is matuf number 5, and it is matuf ala. What is it matuf ala? Min jari, right? It's matuf alayhi is min jarin, so it is matuf number 5. Khalilim makirin. Can there be a fraud friend, a wicked friend? Khalilin, Khalilin, makirin. So it cannot be idafa, it's mawsuf sifa. Is it a regular mawsuf sifa or is it a complex mawsuf sifa? All 4 properties are matching, and if mawsuf sifa match in all 4 properties and is a mawsuf sifa that we have learned in term 1, then it's going to be a very regular, very simple plain mawsuf sifa. Okay, now comes a sentence, Ainuhu tarani. Ainuhu tarani. Ainuhu is an idafa. Okay, it's an idafa. Tara, tarani. Tara is your fail mudare, and ni is your, if it is tara is your fail mudare, ni is attached pronoun, maful bihi, then now think about it. It's ni is maful bihi. So ainuhu, what if I ask you label this? What is this? Ainuhu is going to be mubtada, tarani is going to be, if I have a mubtada, if I'm calling ainuhu mubtada, tarani jumla failure, it's going to be khabru, right? And what's the status of tarani? It is rough in status because we are seeing here a very regular jumla ismiya, ainuhu mubtada, tarani khabar. His eyes see me. His eyes, they're always after me. They're always watching me wherever I go, which party I was in, which websites I follow, what am I liking on Facebook, what am I doing. Her eyes are always following me. Okay. And yes, yes, so obviously yes, so that kind of watch I don't want, right? So وَقَلْبُهُ يَرْعَانِ. What do you think here? Again, it's at, wow at, wow at, wow at, qalbuhu. It is qalbuhu yar'ani. Qalbuhu is an idafa, qalbu is an ism. So can we say that this is going to be, again, this is qalbu is an marfu ism. Can we, if I have to, show you this, qalbuhu, if this idafa, can it be mubtada? Qalb can be mubtada, right? Yar'ani, yar'a. What is yar'a? Mudare, very well done, very well done. Ya is alamatul mudare, ya is alamatul mudare, and this is damir mustatir. Huwa is the pronoun. Ni here is no aliful isnain, not aliful isnain. What are the root letters? What are the root letters, my dear sister Aisha? You have ra, you have ain. You have to complete your 3 root letters for aliful isnain to come, right? So ra, ain, it can be waw or it can be ya, right? It can be waw or ya, but you don't have the 3rd root letter, and then after 3rd root letter alif. If alif is not after your 3rd root letter, that cannot be your aliful isnain, right? It cannot be aliful isnain. So it is your damir mustatir huwa, and then you go on to look for ni, and ni is going to be noonul waqaya, which is harf la mahalla lahu min al-i'rab, and ya is going to be maf'ul bihi fi mahalli nasbin. Any questions about this? And yar'ani is again khabru mubtada qalbu. Okay, so qalbu is the mubtada who is majroor bil idafa, and this is the khabar of qalbuhu. So if I asked you what's the status of yar'ani, it is rafin status. What is the status of this fail, yar'a? No. This is ending with this alif. Remember, if alif is your ending word in mudare, if alif is your ending word in mudare, like tarda, like then I showed you, mainly I showed you tarda many times, or yarda. So in that case, you will have dhamma, which is a dhammatul muqaddara, right? Assume dhamma upon alif, right? Alal harfil akhir, right? So it is rafin status. Remember, once upon a time we did that, and we still have recordings. Okay, if you need to go back, go to recordings, signs of mudare marfu. Okay, so on alif, on waw, on ya, you will have dhammatul muqaddara, assumed dhamma or implied dhamma. Okay, now comes in. What is in? Where did we learn in? In. It's not inna, anna, ka, anna. It is in. Okay, now think about in. Yes, it is harf jazima. It can be harf jazima, right? So you were taught a couple of types of in, but mainly you, for now, you focus on in, that is harf jazima, and which is also your shart. Very well done. Okay, now before I go on to that, I want you to look back. Okay, I want you to come back and give me the status of Ainuhu Tarani. What is the status of this whole jumla? This whole jumla ismiya, can you connect it? Very well done. How is it this jarin status? The whole sentence is jarin status. No. Give me. Because Khalil was jarin status, right? Yes, it was a sifa. So a friend who is wicked. A friend whose eyes watch me. Watch for my faults, as Aisha has beautifully written. That is the exact meaning. Khalil, ऐसा दोस्त जो फ्रॉड हो, जो मकार हो, उसकी आंखें मुझे देखती हों, मेरा पीछा करती हैं, बेसिकली. ठीक है, अल्लाह माफ करे, may Allah protect, really protect. It's very scary sometimes. And then, what is the status of qalbuhu yar'ani, the next sentence? Again, fi mahalli jarin because of at, right? Barakallah. If see how we are now learning the whole sentence is, jar, nas, fatha, this, that. And really interesting, right? Isn't it? And how you are connecting everything together. So from here, makirin, to here, you are knowing what kind of friend I am seeking protection from. Who is someone who I need to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect me from this kind of a friend. And Khalil is someone who who is very mingled with you. How do you do halal? What do you do when you do halal of your fingers? Very close, very close. And sometimes that happens, right? And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran that we will test you from some of you, right? And those are the people around us, right? So in is, now come to in is your adwatu shart jazim, right? Adwatu shart jazim, har jazima, makes mudari madzum and also sets a condition. Ra'a, do you see any alamatul mudari here? No. So what is this? Ra'a. I need a sigha for ra'a. Ra'a. When you have something, it is damir mustatir hua, very well done, and this is your madi, very well done. Very well done. Damir mustatir is hua, ra is your fi'l madin, and after every fi'l madin or fi'l mudari or any fi'l, you have to look for pronoun, and the pronoun is damir mustatir hua. Hasanatan. If he sees hasana, what is hasanatan? Maful bihi. If he sees any good, dafanaha, he just buries it. He just hides it. He just does not, he's out to just, he's just out. He conceals it from other people, right? He wants to conceal it. He does not want anyone to know that this person has such, great skills, or if, he's always out then. Okay, so dafanaha, dafana, what is dafana? Dafana, dafana, dal fanun, dafana, fail madin, fa'iluhu huwa, ha is your maful bihi. Okay, if I am I'm calling in adwatu shart jazim, ra'a hasanatan, what is this going to be? What is this jumla? What's the name for this jumla? It is, the status is, it is jumla is majzoom in status, but what is the name for the jumla? Fi mahalli jazmin, barakallahu feek. It is jumla shartiya, very well done. It's jumla shartiya. And what is dafanaha doing here? Jawabu shart. Because I wanted to go over shart as well, so that you do not forget. So dafanaha is your jawabu shart fi mahalli jazmin as well. Okay. Is everyone with me on the same page? Okay, now comes wow. Wow is going to be at. Iza. Where did we learn iza? Iza. It's zarf zaman. Very well done. And what does it do? It's also shartiya. Very well done. Does it make anything but zoom? No, it does not. No. It is from asma'u shart ghayr jazima. It is from asma'u shart ghayr jazima. So now think about it. Ra'a again, fail madin, the fa'iluhu damir mustatir huwa, sayyi'atan, maful bihi. This is going to make your jumla shartiya. This is going to make your jumla shartiya. And then comes aza'aha. This is going to be your jawabu shart. Aza'a. What is aza'a? Madin, fa'iluhu, damir mustatir huwa. Ha is going to be maful bihi, fi mahalli nasbin. And what is this ha referring to? What is it going back to? What is Khalil is masculine. Look, right in the sentence. Right in the sentence. Don't go that far. Sayyatan, right? Sayyatan was feminine. What does he hide? He does not hide Khalil. He hides, sorry, he does not spreads, he does not spread a Khalil. He spreads your faults. He tells them to other people. Sayyatan. He starts spreading it to other people. Oh, she does this, she does this, she does this. No, 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 no. It is not Mawsuf Sifa, my dear sister. It's going to be Jumla Shartiya. Jumla Shartiya is going to end here. You are stopping here. You don't um, go back. You just, you just stop there. You take a sentence and you keep it in the bucket of Jumla Shartiya, and then you come to Jawabu Shart. Okay? Because this sentence is not talking about, basically the action is being done by aza'aha, a friend, right? A friend, not sayyatan, right? You are just going to put it in the bucket of jawabu shart. Here you are not going to say that this is going to be the this is going to be anything, this has anything to do with sayyat, and you make one jumla shartiya and then you look for jawabu shart. And then you don't, if you have completed, you have put a full stop on your jumla shartiya conditional sentence, then you don't, you will connect them, but in another way. So he spreads the fault. When does he spread? What is this entire sentence answering? For aza'aha. Is it what? He spreads it? Let me show you this. He spreads it when he sees it. Yes. So when he sees it, so now what am I going to, what can be, this iza? If somebody asked you what is the labeling for iza? Iza, no, it is ajli he answers your why question. It is not why answering your why question. I have taught you your zarf is nasbin status. It is maf'ul fihi, or it can be another way that we label our zarf is, what do we call our zarf most of the time? Either it can be maf'ul fihi, or the next option is mutalik bil fail, my dear sister. Barakallahu feek, sister Zora, jazakallah khair. So it is mutalik bil, it can be mutalik bil. So if iza is going to be, it can be mutalik bil azaaha. He spreads it when he sees it, at the time when he sees it. So does it make sense, Aisha? Or Ranas, does it make sense how I'm calling this as mutalik bil azaaha? This is azaaha. This is a fail, and iza is something else. Azaaha is he spreads. It is your fail. This one, azaaha, ain, with the ain ending. Yes, they are different words. Yeah, azaa. The whole word is azaa. Ain is the ending. So yes, this is going to be, this whole chunk is going to be can be your mutalik bil azaaha. When does he spread it? When he sees it. Okay. So now one thing, what kind of ism it is? Iza is your zar. Where there's another context that you learned it. One was the shart, and just recently we covered a topic. Iza means when. Iza, yes, it is fi mahalli nasbin. But iza, when it comes before jumla, what can it do? You recently learned something. In this term, you only learned three things. You learned your jumla shartiya. So we covered this jumla shartiya and this dua of masnoon dua. Okay. The number thing, yes, it turns whenever it comes in front of any fail, it's going to be translated. The fail is going to be translated in present and future, right? You can translate it as present future. I never say when he saw the evil, he spreaded the evil. No, when he sees the evil, he spreads it. Did you notice how I'm translating it? Another function of idha. Do you remember your complex idafa? I know this was a very heavy term, alhamdulillah, but you covered a lot. So idha is yours, complex is something that makes complex idafa. So if I asked you what now, this cannot be, the status cannot be jazm, right? We cannot call it fi mahali jazmin because this is adwatu shart ghair jazima, right? It is adwatu shart ghair jazima. It does not make sentence after it majzoom or fi mahali jazmin. So but this can be mudaf, and the sentence after it can be mudaf ilayhi. So if I asked you what's the status of ra'a sayyi'atan, what will you give me? Fi mahalli jarrin. It's a lot. If you go back, inshallah, I assure you it will make a lot more sense. One more time, I'm going to do it for you. Okay. When you looked at in, it was adwatu shart jazima. Ra'a hasanatan. Ra'a hasanatan is jumla fi'liya, fi'l madin, fa'iluhu damir mustatir huwa, hasanatan maf'ul bihi. This entire sentence is fi mahalli jazmin because in is the particle that sets a shart. Dafanaha jawabu shart, fi'l madin, fa'iluhu damir mustatir huwa, ha damir muttasil attached pronoun fi mahalli nasbin maf'ul bihi. This sentence, if I asked you what's the status, you are again going to tell me that this is fi mahalli jazmin as well, because you have taught us in can make two af'al jazm at the same time. If they are mudare, you will see them in jazm form, majzoom form. But if they are madin, you are going to call it fi mahalli jazmin, which we are going to use here. Then comes waw atf, and there was a sentence coming after waw atf, which was starting with iza, which is adwatu shart ghair jazima. It does not make mudare majzoom after it. Okay, it is one of those particles, one of those asma that has to do something with time. So it sets up a shart. Ra'a sayyi'atan is jumla shartiya la mahalla, it's not la mahalla here, it is jarin status because idha is an ism and it results in complex idafa. It makes an idafa with a jumla fi'liya. Then comes idha'aha, that was jawabu shart, fi'l madin, fa'iluhu damir mustatir, ha is your attached pronoun or damir muttasil fi mahalli nasbin because it is your maf'ul bihi. Okay, so what about when atf is transferring the status? No, sometimes there will be a transference of status, but sometimes it's not going to be. There's a whole different thought. Do you remember we see sometimes jumla ismiya, then it comes jumla fi'liya, then comes your sometimes you see failul amr and all that. So not always it's going to transfer. Sometimes there will be they you may not see that transference of status. Okay, yeah, there's a new thought that is starting and you just go with that. Okay, and some sentences you will see they are going to be la mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. They will have no i'rab because they are istinafiya or they are they are ta'liliya and we have not gone over them. So I'm not going to worry about that at this stage. Okay, inshallah. I hope in set a very different condition from iza. Okay, so it is in and iza you should know in is adwatu shart jazima, iza adwatu shart ghair jazima. I hope If you go back to the recording, this will make more sense, and I will recommend each and every one of you to go back, okay, inshallah, if you have time. Okay, then comes, is this clear so far? This dua is clear so far, my dear sisters? Okay, if you go back in a day or in by Sunday to the recording, I assure you this will stick to your brain for a longer period of time, inshallah. So now let's see this one. Rabbana, it is idafa, it is munada, harf nida ya is mahzuf here. Anzil, what do you think? Anzil. You are calling your Rabb, Anzil. And this is a very beautiful dua from Surah Al-Ma'idah. This is mudare, or think about it one more time. Here, it looks like it can be, but no, not, it is amr, my dear sisters, it is amr. And yes, this hamza can be confusing sometimes. Rabbana, my Lord, my Rabb. If I say, I send upon us food, does it make sense? Tell me. Does it make sense? It does not, right? So sometimes when you are looking at the verses, you have to use common sense too, okay? So send us, so send upon us, or send down upon us is making more sense, right? And since this is Failul Amr, but it is, we are calling our Rabb, so we are going to call it Failul Dua, okay? Or Failul Tal, because we don't command Allah, we just request Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alayna is going to be jar wal majroor, and it's going to be mutalik bil, it's going to be mutalik bil fail, right? Ma'idatan, ma'idatan, it is going to be maful bihi. What do we want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send upon us? We want a table spread of food. Minas samai, from the kitchen of Pearl Continental, or from the heaven. Now the choice is yours. From the sky, okay? So what is, now, is this mutalik bil fail number 2, or any of my smart sisters can connect and use whatever they have learned in this term, in this very term? Mausuf was sifa. You are asking for food to be sent from the sky. You are not asking food from McDonald's or from Subway or from what is it, KFC, right? No, you are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or this Prophet Isa alayhi salam was, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from table spread of food from the sky, right? Takunu lana Eden. Yes, it is going to be complex mausuf sifa, since it is not matching in all 4 properties. It is jar wal majroor following a commonism. Therefore, you are going to call it complex mausuf sifa. You're going to still, for our terms, for our understanding, from from a non-Arab speaker, that's how you are going to, you just call it complex mausuf sifa. Yeah. Takunu, what is takunu? Fail mudare naqis. Okay, I take your answer as a correct answer. Takunu lana. What's the pronoun here? Takunu, ta, my dear sisters. When we are learning complex idafas, complex mausuf sifas, or conditional sentences, or fi'l naqis, we cannot forget our basic grammar, which is, hamza, noon, ta, ya. They are, how they are connected and how they tell us, what is there. Okay, so ta is there. So the options are either anta, or the options are either hiya. Okay, anta or hiya are the 2 options. Takunu, what's the status of this mudare? It is raf, bid dammatu zahira, right? Bid dammatu zahira, because you see a visible dhamma. Lana jar wal majroor mutalik bil khabar. After you have figured out that your ismu kana can be either hiya or anta, what do you look for? Khabru kana. So what is the khabar? Eden. Very well done. Eden is the khabar of kana. So now tell me, our Lord send upon us table spread of food from the sky, which will be Eid. So, my dear sisters, can you call this sentence? What is going to be this sentence? Yes, khabru kana is nasb status always, and that's what we learned in our last session, right? In the past 3 sessions, actually. Yeah, khabru kana is always nasb. Is it going back to anzil or something else? When you look at communism from now onwards, please focus and see if you can connect communism with whatever is coming after it. Ma'idatan. Ma'idatan. Food which will be Eid. Make sense? Yes or no? Now think about takunu. Now if I ask you, give me the pronoun. Is this hiya takunu or anta takunu? What will you say? It is hiya takunu, my dear sisters. Barakallahu feek, because it is going back to ma'idatan, and it is sifa number 2 for your ma'idatan. Okay? Food from the sky that will be Eid. Eid li awwalina. What is li awwalina? Jar wal majroor awwalina. Now, what is the next? There is an idafa as well. Barakallahu. Very well done. Very well done. Okay, now look here and tell me one more thing. Is there any way wa akhirina? How will you connect wa akhirina? Wa akhirina. Let's just connect that and then I will take you back. Waw atf, akhirina idafa, matuf is awwalina. So li awwalina can be description for Eden. That's what you're trying to tell me. Can be a sifa for Eden. Yes. Everyone agrees? Okay. Barakallahu feek. I also agree with you all. Okay. Wa ayatan. What is this wow? Focus. Because at ayatan. It is also maful bihi. Hmm? Hmm? So ayatan, what is the matuf for ayatan? Now this is, where your common sense comes into play. I'm telling you each and every time, use your common sense. See, send down upon us food from the sky, which will be Eid for the former ones of us and the later ones of us. And a sign. And a sign. So it makes sense for it to be matuf ala ma'idatan. Hmm? Yes or no? Does everyone agree or no? Because it's very important that we all agree to this and we are all on the same page while we are doing this practice. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. I just need to show you one thing. Okay. Okay. Let me ayata mink. What? How can we connect these two together? Is there any way we can connect this together? Ayatan minka. Sign from you. Barakallahu fiq. So it's a complex mawsuf sifa again. Warzuqna. It's again dua. Wa anta. Zukna. What is a file in warzuq? What's a file in warzuq? Anta is the file. Anta is the file. Na is maful bihi. Wow is atf. Anta is again, there's again another anta, which is mubtada. Khairu raziqeen. This dua, most of us, I think, read it. Is a khabar, and his khabar is mufradism because it is not a jumla. Everyone with me so far. Now come back to ayatan and matu for ayatan. I will take Sister Azra's opinion now. I think Sister Azra is right. It will be Eid for the former ones of us and the later ones of us, and a sign from you. It also makes complete sense. Yes or no? Right? So Sister Azra is right. I think it makes more sense that it will become an Eid for us and a sign from you, right? So in that case, you are not going to call it maful bihi. In that case, you are going to call if it's matuf alayhi is Eden, then it is going to be matuf ala khabar, right? It is matuf ala khabar, right? It's matuf is then the khabar of kana. Matuf alayhi, sorry, it's matuf ala Eden. It can be ma'tuf ala Eden, and then it is not maful bihi, then it is going to be connected to khabru kana. Yes, make sense or no? So let me just make it the same color as Eden, so everyone can know that it's ma'tuf alayhi is Eden. We are going to call Eden it's matuf alayhi, because when if there is this, just now think about it again. Table spread of food coming from sky, won't it be a sign from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Won't it become a sign from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Yes or no? So it makes more sense if we call it ma'tuf ala Eden. Okay? Barakallahu feek, Azra. Good job. So now think about this verse again. Our Rabb send upon us table spread of food from the sky, which will be Eid for our former ones and the later ones, and a sign from you. So it will be not only Eid, but it will be a sign from you, because they wanted it to be a sign. They wanted it as a sign upon them, right? That table spread of food, that very table spread of food, okay? And you provide us, and you are the best of those who provide. Is this clear? Sign is maida. Yes, sign is maida. The table spread of food is a sign. So how is it being described? It is the table spread of food from the sky, which will become Eid and a sign from you. Maida will become a sign. It is not nahnu. Warzuk, warzuk, urzuk. Think about it. Warzuk is file is anta. Na is maful bihi, provide, and you provide us. Anzil is matuf ala warzukna. Yes. Warzukna is matuf ala anzil. Yes. Warzukna, yes, is matuf ala anzil. Very well done. You are asking, making one dua, and then you're making another dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Barakallahu fi Azra. Very well done. Okay, with that, I will have to end the session. My dear sisters, we were to cover and complete our kana, and I will make some announcements here. Barakallahu fikum for doing your test, for those of you who have finished the test, who have already attempted the test, and for those who have not yet, I'm not sure when is your time up, but I think it will close soon. One thing I would want you to know, that we will be starting our surf sessions. Okay, we are going to give a stop to our nahu, because we have done quite a bit of nahu, and alhamdulillah, bi'iznillahi ta'ala. So now I think what we are going to do is we are going to go on to do surf. So, but I have to finish some topics from Afalu Naqisa that we were still covering, but we did not get to them today. But inshallah, on Wednesday, we will finish our Afalu Naqisa, and then we will go on to start our surf, and I will start real slow, real easy. If you have any friends who want to join for surf, do tell them, and inshallah we'll post it in the group as well. You can ask other people to join if they want to do the surf. And the surf is the SARF, and it is the Arabic morphology. You have been doing the connection between the words so far. You have been taught the connection between, how to connect inni to auzu, Allahumma to inni, min jaris sui to auzu. Now you will learn about each and every word individually. Okay, what is the morphology of the word? Okay, so surf is mainly about the word morphology. It does not talk about the connection of one word with another word. It talks about the structure of the word itself. Okay, so how you can figure out your root letters, that's what you are going to learn inshallah next week. Okay, Bismillahi ta'ala, life permitting. Okay, so subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Take care and keep in dua, inshallah. Okay? And keep working hard.